hand over to James.
Okay, for this reading, I'm going to attempt a Boston accent. So if anyone here is from Boston, I'm so sorry. When my bottle turned from clear to red, my ex shook his head and threw up over the railing into the Charles. I patted his spiny back as his vomit fell down like Rapunzel's hair. When he finished spewing, he looked at me, his eyes with red barbs through them, and said I must have got an SED and I'm a cheating hoe. I couldn't explain why my water turned red. I grabbed his sleeve and tried telling him, no, I've been loyal. But he karate chopped my arm and ran off like a bitch to Charles MGH. My hand was shaking, spilling drops on my wrist. I sniffed. I remember the smell from Eucharist as a kid, the mix of skin and wine. I took a taste. I was right. The water had turned to wine. I still don't know how. Still don't really. Just knew I wasn't in a relationship no more. Then in the summer, I walked on the shallows in the Cape. I didn't mean to. It was like stepping on the frog pond rink, solid instead of liquid. This big guy saw me and fainted on someone's sun umbrella. In the fall, when I hugged my cousin Monica, she started seeing. The family was rocked, most all Monica, born blind. My family called it a miracle. They praised Jesus, wrote checks at charities, but none of them called it my miracle. And none of them thought I had a hand. I thought maybe I didn't. Maybe Monica just stopped being blind. Later in the fall, my uncle, Monica's dad, took me out fishing with my cousins. When we got out into the bay, bluefin tuna started jumping into the chatterboat. Each bluefin, according to Uncle, is over 200 pounds. So the deck was clattering with muscle, like thunder. Weight was adding up quick. Everybody ducked because the tuna were flying over the boat like artillery, and the captain was screaming, "Duck, get down, get on the deck, woman," but I stood still. Felt sure none of the tuna were going to jump into me. Felt sure they were jumping because of me. I was finally realizing I might be Jesus. I needed confirmation with a lowercase c. Tagged along to Sunday Mass with my ma. She said she was going to go anyway. During the homily, Jesus' eyes started glowing on the crucifix, like St. Sebastian's in Carrie. The pastor got a big applause. He wept. Red and sniffing, he carried on, his voice now echoing around. I had lots of questions, none the pastor could help with. What's God wanted from me? God chose an atheist from a family of bad Catholics to be the new Jesus. Jesus now has a vagina. I wanted to tell someone, but couldn't take the risk. Last time people in the Northeast thought women had powers, they burned, hanged, or drowned them. I had to be Jesus in secret. All my miracles so far were accidents. I needed to know if I could do something on purpose, so I signed up as a volunteer at Boston's Children's. It brings me to now, riding the T in a town for my first ever shift. A floating clipboard is right in my face, telling me where to go. Then I'm in a big room with 6 beds, like stumbling in a summer camp. But instead of names carved in the bed frames, there's tubes snaking them. The kids wail and scream as I come in. I ask if they want me to read to them, like the job description says, but the 4 boys just want to know my life, know if I got a boyfriend, what's my boss like, what my best friend's like, what kind of car I drive, everything. They think working at a bagel store sounds fun. Don't know what sounds fun about it. While I talk, I'm hoping that they rip the tubes out of their arms and bolt out of their beds. Their bald heads catching sunlight, feeling like their insides have changed, knowing they're cured. But now, nothing. I wonder if I got to touch them. But how could I do that? Guess I need to wait for another session when it wouldn't be so weird to touch their hands. But I can't wait too long because, well, the clipboard says it's now my break. I sit on one of the 2 chairs between big pot plants, flapping under the AC, which sounds like a Harley. A guy with a diamond vest sits beside me, wire glasses, wait to offer him. He looks at me like a test subject. It's hot. Hi. He reaches out his hand. I shake it and I ask, "Are you a doctor?" He puffs up his tie so I can see it. No, a medical scientist. What's the difference? Doctors make patients better. I make doctors better. You're from out of town. I'm from Georgia. You don't sound like you're from Georgia. Where in Georgia? Macon, east of Columbus. You eat lots of peaches? You eat lots of lobsters? Oh, so You think you're smart. I'm a medical scientist and professor, and I'm Jesus. Pardon me? It's making fun of you. The joke's already on me. I graduated with my PhD 6 years ago, and all the same diseases remain incurable. 6 years ain't long. It's too long for these guys. I think that's my time. Thank you.